I think I've actually gone live. Hey, look at that. Thank you, OBS, for waking the hell up. All right. No viewers yet. Okay. Is the stream actually working? Lego Voltron. It's a Lego Ideas set. 2,321 pieces. Boy, that's a whole hell of a lot of pieces. Oh, let's see what we got in here. I picked this thing up at the Lego store and picked it up about a month ago. Just haven't had the time to actually get it built. Looks like it's got a separate book for each lion. And that's pretty cool. All right. Whoa. Nail the camera. Oh, you've got so many bags. So many bags. 14, 15, 16, 13, 12, 11. And there's bag 10. We'll get some of those out of the way. There's 6. And 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looks like that's starting off with the yellow lion. And yeah, that's the first book in the list. Tear into this one. Hey, streamers. Who do I got watching? Who's forming the head? My beer is forming the head. See, there's a little bit of head in there. All right. Looks like we got, yeah, it wants bags 1, 2, and 3. That's a good start. Ah, always love opening a new Lego pack. It's kind of like mini Christmas. Got all these wonderful parts. And of course, another orange part separator tool. Those tools are really awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this one. See if I can keep this all in frame, make it easy to see. All right. Get some of this spread out just a bit. So how you doing, Biggie? How's life treating you over there? I was having nothing but extreme problems just trying to get the damn stream started. Oops, maybe I should pay attention. One over. I was actually having issues with my laptop. Had updated OBS, updated drivers. And turns out the updated AMD drivers, even when doing a clean install, didn't actually tell Windows to switch to use the new driver. So when OBS started up, it's like, hey, there's no hardware encoding. We're not going to do anything for you. And OBS just kept crashing. All right. Things are good. Buried in wires at the moment with the upgrade to my arcade stick. The arcade stick. That's pretty cool. I have been toying with the idea of just going ahead and actually buying an arcade kit, like one of the short cabinets that's not so deep. But you know, extra money, time. Maybe set that on the side. And a gray 2 and a white piece and a gray 2x2. Gray. And here's to eyes getting older. There it is. The gray 2x2. Tall gray 1. And a red cap. Underneath, we've got this one black piece in here. And we'll go ahead and plug that right on in there. Okay, the other white Technic, a couple of the black pegs. We'll go here and here. This is, I'm not trying to do a speed build or anything here. I just really enjoy putting these things together and getting through them. Let's see, I'm taking a similar approach, just headless. Think about a Pi 0 in here with HDMI out. Yeah, those things are pretty darn useful. And headless Pi setups are pretty darn interesting, especially if you use a configurator software like a like the Pi Bakery, pibakery.org. Those tools are really cool that they have. It's essentially a block style drag and drop that you can set up image configurations and then save a bunch of different configurations as XML and write them out to an SD card with either like Raspbian Lite or Raspbian Full. And they essentially just run through an initial boot, do some configuration based on what you set up, and reboot, and they just start running, which is great because I set it up to connect to Wi-Fi. I set it up to either like load a script for some common config stuff I've got, like installing certain things, installing Git, just because, I mean, GitHub. And it's not the smartest tool. The options it comes with are pretty basic, but it is definitely one of those tools that it does have a use. It's set up with the drag and drop blocks that work like Scratch programming, like the Scratch drag and drop editor. I forget what they call that editor. All right. It's interesting that that flexes, but that's okay. Ah, there's a good reason for that. They had to accommodate this connector piece in there, or the clip piece. And what is my damn camera doing again? I'm having issues with the autofocus on that thing. Let me see if I can get that disabled and get it to focus correctly.
Refocus your camera.
I can hear you, like I can see that. I don't, I can tell. I'm actually going to turn it off. Just have it focused all the way out. Come on, OBS, give me the camera control. Actually, this stream, I'm using the Streamlabs OBS, their own little customized beta version that they've got going. And it's got issues. I hope it's not stuttering too much sitting here trying to bring up the configuration screen. Come on, OBS, figure it out. Yeah, and now I can't bring up the settings. The settings are freaking out. But, you know, if I throw it back up and it refocuses, at least I hope it will. Stay. All right. Back to putting this thing back together. Ooh, is this the head? I think this is the head. So besides like the white balance and focus issues, how's the stream look, Biggie? I've actually got it, I think it's streaming in 1080 now. 1080, and I think I set it on low latency, so it should be like functional, kind of nice. It sounds like I got some low latency going on too, so that's good. Your response there was pretty quick. I appreciate that. All right, so get that one there, get that one there. Oh look, I think the settings window is finally coming up. Thanks for joining us, settings. Oh no, wait, it's up, but it's not quite finished loading yet. That is ridiculously funny. All right, where's my tall yellow one? There it is. Okay, and that goes now actually under here. Okay, so that is not the head. Okay. 2 of the 3x1s, get those right on top here. Okay, we'll get that one up there. Oh, hey, there's the settings window. Configure video. Will you do that for me? Will you do that for me, settings, OBS? Nope, of course not. I click on the configure video button and it just stares at me and says, I don't know, give me a minute. But that's okay. I think it's still focused okay now. For the moment. Okay, we got 2 of these. Yeah, these lines are actually coming together pretty quick. That's kind of nice. Well, I forgot to grab a plastic sandwich baggie for the extra pieces. I need 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There's a cat running around. What you doing, Bella? Hi, fuzzy cat. And okay, 8 of those. And we will shuffle on. And I still think OBS is waiting. Hopefully video is still going. Uh-oh. Did video lag out?
Still there?
It's still working?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Because my interface just totally stopped. Ugh, OBS. I like the idea behind OBS. I kind of like the layout and how everything is set up. Even the Streamlabs OBS version is really neat with all the integrated live features and the chat moderation and plugins and stuff. But it's written in Qt, and Qt just is not high performance. cute is not terribly cute. I screwed up. I messed up some alignment. Got those off by one. That's okay. There we go. All right. A 3, a 2x2 yellow. Whatever turquoise color, turquoise pieces. Oh, hey, there we go. Let's see, white balance. Screw that auto white balance crap. Let's figure out what I think looks fine. There we go, you stay there. If anybody else doesn't like it, well, whatever. Focus, we're gonna keep the focus all the way on manual. And you can stay there. There we go. All good at all. At least it's not W. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There is always, it could be worse. It could always be worse. Boom, here comes the boom. Yeah, this is a pretty like sturdy design they've got. All right, so get these together. Looks like I've got 3 viewers. I hope it's not counting me in that count. I know I got Biggie on. I know I've got my wife watching because she just absolutely loves watching my stuff. And I'm doing Legos, and of course, you know, she loves Legos as much as I do. Which is why we have tons of Lego sets that we built together, and we have another one that we've actually got we're going to build. All right, a couple of reds. All right, 2 turquoise and 2 pinks. 4 of these big guys, 4 of these little guys. 2 of these little ones and 2 smooth. Just too smooth over here. Okay, pink on top, pink on top, little ones on top of that, little ones on top of that, big ones on top of the, little yellow 2 on top of there, big ones directly over it, and these are shoulders that will go along the sides where the legs attach. Flatten those out. In the case of this, I guess hind shoulders. whatever they call that. Okay, 4 of these gray bracket pieces and 2 of those. We're going to flip this bad boy over, get these 2 long pieces installed, and get these side panels installed. Now we've got 2 of those. One there. One there. And 2 long 6s that will go here. Now this is actually like, this is kind of the base structure of the leg. It's like the leg itself is pretty darn tall. The head will be like right here. You know, the entire Voltron thing, I think, the box said it was 18 inches tall. I mean, that's a sizable toy. It's larger than the original toy. And of course, it probably needs to be because of the size of the Lego pieces. Okay, so got that one there. And then we do a 1 back there, 2 gap, and then a 2 piece, and another 1 cap. And then we flip it over and do the same thing. Oh, that also helps anchor the whole thing in. That's pretty good. Yeah, and this was a Lego Ideas kit. Yeah, fairly large. It's based on the old Go Lion set. Oh, it's based on the old set. It's definitely, like, if you look at it, let me actually bring the box back up again. It's very much the old set. And, you know, I actually, like, I've been watching the Netflix series, and I really like the Netflix series. I was really surprised how good it was. And yeah, this, the picture on the front of the box is almost, it's just about full size. In fact, I think if I can, yeah, actually the picture on the box is life size, based on the stud size on the images. And it fully breaks down. All the lines separate, and the legs fold out, and it's full on. It is a full on freaking massive clone of the original. It was a Lego Ideas kit. You know, a fan came up with this. One of the guys who spends his life building things, and just he put an amazing amount of work into it. The Netflix stuff surprised me as well. It helped that it was by people from the Airbender team, though. Yeah, that's actually, it does have very much their style in it. I hadn't really noticed that until you just said it. But thinking about it, yeah, that's very similar styles and same quality. Like, the quality is just fantastic. And the storyline's actually, like, functional. It's not 80s anime dubbed into some English where the script was different in English than it was in Japanese. Also, this is the Stone 22nd Anniversary Antimatter. It's a clear double IPA. So whenever you make it down to Napa Biggie, go ahead and hit Stone up and drink everything they've got. Take extra money. All right. So I got the sides on there. Yes, it's a clear IPA. It's a no haze double IPA, 9.1%. Stone has a thing that they do where the brewers they have on their team that do all of their normal beers, they are brewers. They understand beer, so Stone lets them actually create beer all the time and come up with new ideas. If you go down to any of the Stone stores, the people that run the local Stone stores will actually brew up their own special batches. And sometimes they're good enough that Stone's like, hey, yeah, we'll do a production run of it. Sometimes they'll make they have little contests among their employees, you know, who could brew the best new beer. It's a fantastic strategy because they just keep coming up with really good beer. All right, so we got this here. We got a round piece, hole sideways, right on top of that. And this is the piece. The Yellow Lion has a large cannon on its back. I don't know if you ever saw the original Go Lion style sets, the metal set, like the die-cast metal sets. There was a cannon that would raise up from the Yellow Lion's back. This is that section. I had that toy when I was younger, and then something happened, and I no longer had the toy, and I can't remember what it was. And of course, you know, you think about it, and you're like, oh, I wish I still had that. And I know one of my friends from childhood still has the damn thing sitting in his closet somewhere. He'll probably always have that, along with all of his wonderful Ninja Turtles. He has a huge Ninja Turtle collection. Okay, so now we got that on, and I have to break out the stickers. Oh, each of the lions has a sticker. And hopefully I get this lined up correctly. Get that pressed on there. Lion number 5. All right, and the cannon, which is the actual cannon portion, is a barrel, and it looks pretty darn cool as a barrel. Okay, we'll flip this over. We will pop a little black cap on the bottom to hold that. Flip that down a little. Oh yeah, those are the shoulders. Haha. Ah, I see. Yeah, so these are the front shoulders. This is where the head will be. And this gets situated right on top with the cannon. And the connectors here on top, and the slot for Black Lion's legs right there on top. All right. Let's see. Okay, we need 4 of those. And flat. So there's 1. We need to do this 4 times over. Of course, with these little pieces, these little flat, like square 1x1 pieces, there's always extras of those in these. We've probably got enough extras sitting in sandwich bags for all the sets we have to actually build a set of something. And those go on either side of the cannon portion. All right. I still got 3 viewers, and 3 viewers is good. That keeps my viewer count above the 3.0 average minimum for Twitch affiliate. Although I still need to hit 50 followers. I've definitely got my hours in. I've got the number of days streaming in. The average viewer count's been pretty good, and I got a raid the other night, which was awesome. First raid. Okay, a couple of these red pieces here, and we'll get the red band right there set up. That is so cool. Okay, then we'll go here, so that locks down the red band on the sides. And there are angled pieces. It is pretty slick. It is all nice and smooth. Apparently I'm a dummy too. I missed a part a little bit earlier, probably when I was talking and not paying attention. Good thing I remembered what it looked like. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, congrats for sure. It was kind of neat. And I think it was a friend, a streaming friend of one of my friends in the 3D printing community, decided to like suggest, hey, let's go raid Randy. Let's go raid Duo and see what we can do. Of course, I didn't really have the cool Streamlabs OBS set up, so I couldn't really tell who joined immediately, but I did get a bunch of subscriptions. I think I'm up to 15 15 followers now, and that's really surprising. I didn't think I would get there in any time, in any short time frame. Okay, that one looks good. That one looks good. There's a ball joint that goes in the back here, a little ball peg, and that's what the tail actually snaps onto. The tail's kind of one of these pieces, which I'll get to. I will get to shortly. But the tail flips out and it's all like articulated. It's got 3 segments on it. It's kind of neat. And the red stripes. So I got those pieces, and covers in the center. A couple of red caps on the end. There's definitely a lot of thought put into this design. And we have a lot of Lego Ideas kits that we purchased. I've got the Saturn V rocket. Saturn V rocket is awesome, and that was an Ideas kit. And I've got some others in there too that I believe are Ideas kits. I just can't see them from here. Yeah, actually, I think we have the fishing shop. That's like a bait and tackle shop on the coast. I believe that was an Ideas kit as well. Okay, I got those. Now it's time to put the tail on with these 3 tail bar pieces. And there's the tail articulated. And that snaps right onto his butt. Pretty damn secure too. These are, I mean, they're sizable lions. It's really neat. All right, now for the fins. That was one of the cool things about the yellow lion, was these big old fins it had on the back. It's like each lion had its own little style, even though it fit within the same general scheme. And everything else is a spare part. Red cap, yellow cap, red and yellow angle pieces, and these little purple dots. We'll set those guys aside, and we'll actually get into bag number 2. Does it also have instructions for a Lions only build? What do you mean like a Lions only build? So here, I'll pull the instructions out here. Each lion gets its own build, its own build book. And then there's like a thin finishing and assembly book at the end. Yeah, it's the same build. There's not distinct builds for lions versus fully assembled. You build all the lions as they are, and they function. You just stick them together at the end with the sword and the sword and the shield. Like they're designed to totally function together. This last book is really just about how to fold the lions up and get everything transitioned. Like it's really cool. They did put some effort into it. I really like that. All right, so on to bag 2. Make sure we didn't leave any pieces in the bag. Get those peeled out. Of course, we'll be doing probably head and anchor pieces for all the legs in bag 2, because I don't see any like all the actual leg structure bits are in bag 3. And it does, yeah, it looks like we have the teeth pieces for the head. So yeah, this will all be head and shoulders. All right, so let's get this opened up just a little bit. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got a couple of these pieces here. Tack them together there. Okay. So we got one white one with a hole, one blue one with a hole, one black one with a cross, which is there, and a green one with a cross. And it goes black one on that side, green right behind it, blue over here, and white back here. We get another green, slap it in the front, another green, slap it in the back. Actually, those look like sides. This is probably the front. No, this is the back. This is actually where the head will mount to the neck, and there's going to be pieces up here for the jaws. And a couple of cylinders. Cylinders go right here. Okay. Black 4 with turquoise and a couple of single brackets. And I'm just calling these pieces what I call them in my head. I have no idea what they're actually called. And those are hinge pieces, like what would be on a jaw. All right, cap you off. And then reinforce that. Red piece in the back. And for these little round black shoulder pieces, one gray one up front, two flat black on top of the shoulder pieces to round those off nice and easy. Ha ha. Stay focused. All right, red bracket piece. Throw that right on front. Red 2x2 tall behind it, a couple of gray hole pieces right behind that with the hole sideways. And well, looks like those might be pivot points for the neck. The rods on the side there, so the head can pivot up. We'll see. Maybe those are the pivots. That's really hard to tell. I don't know what it is. Sometimes these sets surprise you when you start putting them together. You think, oh, it's going to go together this way, and then the instructions go, hot psych, we are going this direction. Thanks for jumping the gun and trying to anticipate. I would totally not be surprised if that was the case here. All right, a couple of those. Put some pins in them. All right, now I gotta find a fancy piece, which looks like it's this one. Yep, it's a flat on the back with studs on the front. And one of the black post pieces that gets fitted into there, fitted right on top with the gray piece right on top of that. And poke a short post in the side. Cover it up with a couple pieces and give it some more holes on top. Grab a couple more posts and stick those in the holes on top. Follow that up with a couple of cap pieces. And again, put some more holes on top. There's a theme here. I think they're going to want me to put more posts in on those holes. Sure enough, put some more posts in. And there's the other post. Haha, now this long, round, wonderful bar. We will need to take this piece and stick them together just like so. And slap these bars on either end. That is some heavy-duty reinforcement there. Oh yeah, I also have the Lego Wall-E, which was an Ideas build set. I'm pretty sure it was Ideas build. That one is really cool. Wall-E is just fantastic. In fact, I'm gonna go grab him real quick because he's right on the shelf. Come here, Wall-E. There's Wall-E. His eyes move up and down so he can look sad or angry. Although he's got a little dust on him. It's about time to clean up. And, you know, his neck is fully adjustable. He can look around. It's hard to tell if you look really closely, though. See if I can get him up here on the top camera. There is a little cockroach sitting on top of him, which is just one of those little antenna pieces on a 2x1 black piece, because it's tiny. There's the charge level. There's even the front door that opens up where he collects trash. The arms move both in and out. Wall-E's just a fantastic build. The treads are full on functional. They look really nice. It's really cool build. Going back up on the shelf, Wall-E. No. I'll throw him over here on the desk and let him watch me build this one. Get him just in frame there. There he is. A Mindstorms version. Yeah, this one, I mean, this Wall-E is actually kind of small. He would have to be a tethered Mindstorms. It would be really hard to squeeze a controller in there. Just based on the Mindstorm controller sizes that I've seen. Okay, so I got the straps on the side there, and I got this piece here and this odd piece. Which way does it go? Oh, okay, the only way it can go. That's how it goes. Yeah, oh yeah, a larger scale, but actually I think I think I did see somebody do a larger scale build that had, oh no, somebody actually took the Mindstorm, or somebody took this ideas kit and actually modified it and put motors inside with just remote wire control, so they could actually move him around. Just a basic mod. But yeah, I mean, a larger kit would totally be doable. Ah, Wally. I think it was cute that they threw in that little cockroach that follows him around. It's one of those little cute details. Okay, let's see if we can get the rest of this done here real quick. All right, so oh yeah, don't miss pieces. And I really like the idea too behind the Lego Mindstorms kits. And they're getting better. They're supposed to be coming out with a newer version, like updated capabilities. They're just so expensive for what they are. Just enormously expensive. Used like controllers that are in crappy condition by themselves, you know, 30 or 40 bucks just for the control box. It's like, no thanks, I'll spend 20 cents on an Arduino and give it better control. Ooh, an orange piece. Don't see the orange too often unless it's in the part puller, the part tool. Okay, so yellow on the center. A couple of whites on the side. No, wrong one. Part puller is handy. And that is okay, let me take a look, because it looks like they're asking me to put on an orange 3x1. Nope, it's just regular yellow. Yeah, because this piece is light yellow. So it's just a regular yellow. Some of the contrasts in colors are odd. And pop that right on top of there. Yeah, this is the jaw piece. Ooh. It's nice to get in like to the facial characteristics, facial features, because then you start seeing like the design, like the personality of the design kind of start coming out. And there's the nose, up here the black nose and the jaw. The jaw's got the lower fangs and also the little goatee, little chin fuzz. Raw. Raw, raw. Yeah, I'm a little dork. Let's get the upper teeth put in. I'm not a dork enough though. I need to drink some more beer. Oh, so good. All right, upper teeth on. A couple of yellow panels right on top of that. And start to see the face and mouth come together. Okay, gray on there, a couple of yellow posts on the side. Yeah, it's getting there. Excuse me, gosh, yay beer. I wish I knew some good drinking songs, because now would probably be a good time for some. Okay, caps on and then silver. There is silver that goes right above the nose, and that looks pretty darn cool. And I also finally learned how to turn on my streaming settings to save all my videos with video on demand on Twitch. So I at least have them for a couple of weeks, or 60 days if I'm a Twitch Prime. I don't know if the streaming thing's going to work out. I don't know if I want to get Prime. We'll see. I don't know if people find me interesting. Oh, that's so cool looking. Oh. I'll hold it up to the camera here in just a minute. But wow. So cool looking. Get in your home. And that goes right behind there. Then we put the black stripe right on the back. And there is at least the beginnings of the head with the blue eyes. There'll be some side pieces, of course, that'll go on as well, but the design, like everything that they put into this build was just phenomenal, and it's really simple parts. There aren't really, like, I haven't run into any custom parts yet. These are all parts I've seen in tons of other kits. And I really like, you know, that they're using standard parts. Okay, so how does that work? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and they want the other cap. Actually, it kind of does look like there's... Oh, that's interesting. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I think when you fold up the lion's head upward, it's actually going to fold out kind of a bit of a stabilizer behind the heel. I'll see how that works out. Like, you know, here's the... Yeah, get in your hole. Like, you know, here's the actual body where the lion is, and I think actually when you rotate it, there is a heel that comes out, I believe, to help with some stabilization, keep it from falling backwards as well when it's set up. So that's pretty cool looking. Oh yeah, and there's a clip in there. Oh, that's awesome. This design is so cool. Gosh, Lego needs to hire this guy. I think he's a Southeast Asian guy that came up with this, or Chinese guy. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think I saw a picture of him once. But yeah, so cool. Yes, the cheeks. You cheeky lion. I am somewhat confused. I am 100% confused because I just got it off by one. There it goes. Yeah, so that's the cheek and the ear sticking up. It's not a single static. Oh, no, it's not a single static build. It is like there are literally 5 separate lion builds that are fully independent, fully set up, and then you take all those builds and just put them together like VOLTRON actually would. They rotate into position, they plug together, and that's the whole damn thing. It's like, I really like the way they built this. When I started seeing the pictures in the emails that Lego sends out to the Lego VIP members, just the pictures were phenomenal. Like, the level of detail just online was like, wow, I really want that. Those, and there's the left cheek with the left ear sticking up. Okay, so so now it looks like there are there's a rubber foot piece. That's cool. They got their Lego tires, the little normal mini Lego tires made out of rubber. And it looks like they're using them for an actual like rubber stand on the bottom, which is a little strange. Although actually, yeah, the rubber gives it kind of a good tackiness. That's cool. This build just keeps getting better. And there's a flat chin underneath. So yeah, it's actually got this whole leveling system on the foot. It's really nice how it stays there. With flat piece up here, and so far there's no cover on this one. I don't see a cover in the pack. So now that that's in place, I believe they want me to assemble it. And take the line body we built with the previous, and then there was a bar included. So we're going to go ahead and pop the line in. There's actually underneath, there's a little clip. It's a little red clip piece that fits into a post built in on the head that kind of clips it on the axis. And we'll put the arms through. And now you can see it actually does that lock? Huh. Oh yeah, it does lock. There's a couple of pins, or a couple of bars here, and a couple of anchors in the back that I remembered from earlier, and it snaps up into those, although less readily than I'm expecting. Okay, so yeah, the head does lock back into the actual foot position, but it looks like the cannon may have to flex a little bit more. That's odd. Yeah, the cannon kind of sticks out a little far, and it does have a spacer on it, but the spacer is supposed to be there. It's on the images. Oops, get back on there. Stay. Oh, no, it does fit. Haha. It does fit on there very nicely. And then when you actually set it up as a leg, you take the tail and rotate it around so that the nice flat pieces on top of it are right on top, and it sits right in the middle like that. And then you have a completed VOLTRON leg, or at least the body and the head. We'll get the legs done here in just a second. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, room is something that's a little bit difficult, and that rubber piece just really makes it sit really nicely. So I'll go back to the setup, and then there's actually a spare tire piece and some other bits, and we'll get the last bag for the Yellow Lion bag 3. And get all the legs built. I have no idea how many lions I'm going to get through tonight. Probably just going to be the yellow and blue lion legs. After you do the legs, you do the black lion for the center portion, and then after you get the black lion, you can put the arms on and all the accessory stuff. So, yeah. We're gonna do a bunch of legs. And they do have some standard round cap pieces, but they've also got them they've got a silver mechanical design printed on them, which is kind of neat. And those actually go on the caps for each of the legs. And we'll get to that point eventually. Okay, so interesting. Let's see. We'll do a couple of these post pieces. And they go right on the side. So now we've got some cool looking angled round-ish leg sections. And where is that anchor piece? These little hinge pieces. Cap on that. Put a cap in yo ass. And then cover that whole thing with another disc. And put the little decal metal disc on top. So that's good. That's a start. That is the left rear leg. Oh, that works pretty well. It's got a little bit of friction to it, so it's nice and easy to pose, but it does rotate. It's because the posts that they put on the back are the type of posts that have a single nub on the back, and the nub is like sandwiched into a couple pieces, so there's just enough resistance for like a single nub of Lego, and that's like just enough to give it a pretty cool friction. Hey, there's Angel. How you doing? Now I wish they made a Captain Harlock ship. I know, different series. You know, funny thing about Captain Harlock is they've done comic crossovers with Voltron, Robotech, Captain Harlock, and another series in comic. Like, I've seen these comics recently at the comic book store, and like that's a pretty cool looking thing. I just haven't picked them up. Okay, so we got that leg done. And if I remember right, there was a newer Captain Harlock movie that came out that was more, they put a bit more CG into the animation. Ooh, interesting. So I got these funny looking nub pieces. It's like a nub ball. I've seen those pieces before, just not very frequently. That nub ball goes into the center of the arm, and it's going to act as a pivot because the front arms, the front posts for the arms are actually locked in place. They're locked to the head, in fact. So it looks like they will rotate. Like if I put it on here temporarily, like the front legs will rotate with the head. And then you kind of fold up the feet behind it like you would on the original die-cast toy. I would totally read those. We don't get to go to comics. Yeah, surprisingly enough, we have an awful lot of comic book stores really close by. And one of them, like, they have some comics, but they have a second room that's entirely dedicated to Magic tournaments, like 4 days a week. And boy, they have a lot of Magic players that gather. Okay, let me get this leg together. And again, with a couple of the little post pieces that have these angled caps on them and give it a roundish look. And let's see. A cap and a hinge piece. Seal that up with the cap. Put a pretty cover on that one and put a nice end cap on that. Yeah, a gathering of Magic players. Imagine that. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I've seen some in comic book stores that have back rooms that will have little Magic the Gathering gatherings. But this one, like, we walked in there, I think a couple of weeks ago on their major night, which was like a Friday night, and boy, that place was lit. There were just so many people. It was active. It was surprising. All right, so now we've got the left front. Okay. And the ball, yeah, the little ball joint that they had me put on the inside lets it flex without the head moving. But of course, if you move the head, the leg will go with it anyways. But you can still move the leg. So that's kind of cool. That's a good design choice. Gosh, I think I want to stay up all night and get this damn thing like built. It looks like, I mean, this is really cool. It's fun. All right, although I'm going through little bits of repetitive right now just to get this one put together. This is like the right rear leg. Get that one put in, get that put underneath it, get the posts put in. Yeah, these follow a pretty good pattern. And an angle with it to the left. We'll throw a cap on that, flat piece on top, and the decal piece. And that one will be the right rear leg. All right, now he's just a tripod. We were actually driving down the street the other night, Thursday night, and stopped at a stoplight, and there was a girl walking a dog, one of those little teeny tiny toy, like little yippy obnoxious dogs. And he was like hopping along. Turns out he didn't have one of his back legs. And of course, I started thinking about stupid jokes like, hey, do you think they named him Skip? Look at the little tripod. Yeah, I'm silly, I'm stupid. It's funny to me, man. No joke shaming here. Couple of angle pieces. Get these brackets popped in there. Make that look all nice. Those are good. Spacer there. Connector there. And cap it off. Easy enough, and that is the right front leg. Wow. And that one's really tight to turn. Tight ball on that one. So now he's just stumpy. Oh, what's the name of that famous cat online who's just got this, like, the super short legs? That's not Grumpy Cat, is it? Does Grumpy Cat have the short legs? It's one of the cats. Okay, now we got the actual lower leg segments. All right. Got a claw. We got a connector piece and a round segment. There we go. And now we need to do that 4 times. So, claw, claw, claw. Oops, on top, dummy. Spacer, spacer, spacer. The anchor piece, the anchor piece. Get the nice smooth rounded piece on top of it, and then drop in the connectors. So now we've got 4 leg segments and 1 spare little angled piece. Yeah, is it not Grumpy Cat? Yeah, it's one of the other cat. Like, I know I've seen it, but I can't remember the dang cat's name. Okay, so now we're going to connect up the legs. Which go like so in the instructions. He's doing some kind of yoga pose, and then just bend them straight down. And there we have it. That is the yellow lion completed. That is pretty darn cool. And then you fold the legs up, and those are, the fold on the legs is not quite as clean as the ones on the original die-cast model because the pieces are very different in Lego, but they don't have to be like spot on perfect. They're pretty darn good as they are. You know what? I don't like the way this one sticks. I'm going to pull it apart. That stiction is just really annoying. Of course, I can do it with the part puller. The part puller, or the little part tool, actually has a post in it, which is great for pushing stuff out. Pushing out pieces. Hey, wow, I actually got 5 viewers going. Who else do I have hanging out? Well, welcome to the stream. My name is Duo. Actually, most of the time I do like 3D printing stuff, electronic stuff. Tonight I'm doing Legos. I really love Legos. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And this is actually the Lego VOLTRON build, which is really darn cool. Thanks for stopping by for those that have. So yeah, let me use the little post on the part puller, and I'll go ahead and soften up the ball. Like it's kind of this rotating ball piece in a holder, and that's what the socket goes, the arm goes into. So I'm going to kind of twist that around and play with that. Yeah, that's softening up a little bit. That's okay. Alrighty. We'll get this guy back together. little bit of leg surgery there. Oh gosh, that moves a whole lot better now. Oh, and the legs fold up. Hey, come on, get on camera. So yeah, there's the yellow lion. Oh, yellow lion done. Blue lion, right? Huh? Yes, the derpy lion that is the cat. Bring the cat, bring the cat. Come here, derpy lion. This is the cat named after a dog. This is Hachiko. She's a little lover, but she's so twitchy and scared of everything. The other cat we have is twice her age and is thankfully sleeping at the moment because she is an attention whore. Yeah, her coloring, she's got this whole nice like tortoiseshell style going on. Say hi. Yeah, Fuzzball. And she's out. Does not want to be in the spotlight. And of course, when she ran out, she woke up the other one. So, all right, so we got bags 4, 5, and 6 that we're going to need. 4, 5, and 6 are right there for the blue lion. And I highly suspect the blue lion's going to be a lot of identical stuff. Which is fine. And yeah, the parts is, the list of it here is pretty identical. Just different colors. And of course the weapon on the blue lion's a little bit different. All right. And again, we're going to start with this center core piece that's going to start off with one of the leg pegs, one of the rear leg pegs. Excuse me, gosh. And a couple of connecting pieces, connecting posts. And they're going to socket right into the main rail. Yeah, this setup is it's very close but not quite identical. This one's using bigger pieces in space where the yellow one used, like, it's using a long rail piece, whereas the yellow lion actually used a shorter one and a little 2 on the end of it. And I don't know why they did that. It might have just been like a logistics issue with how many different pieces and different sizes with different colors that they've got going. I need a drink. Oh, gosh. Okay. So I notice as I'm looking over, now that I've uncovered the Black Lion's instruction book, like the Black Lion's ears, they're actually like the golden ears. Actual gold pieces. That's kind of neat. It looks so cool. Oh, can't wait to get there. All right. So we're going to get these these little red pieces here. And I was mentioning earlier that when the lion head actually bends into a foot and anchors, these are the little anchor pieces that are used. There's 2 of them, one on either side, and they've got the little clips on them, and 2 bars on the neck just socket right into these and hold the foot flat. Okay, so get the turquoise going, get the pink going. That goes right up underneath here. And then a long blue piece right on top to help anchor that down, get that nice and secure. These rods are just insane, super strong. And then a 2-piece and a 3-piece. Where are my parts? Okay, got that there. Yeah, actually the Blue Lion is using some longer pieces. I think maybe they don't print this long piece in yellow, but they have a lot of, like in the Yellow Lion it used the shorter six place piece with a 2-place piece right behind it, and there was nothing special about the pieces. It just used those, whereas the blue piece is a solid 8. Hi, love of my life.
No.
All right, and back to what looks like very identical setup from the Yellow Lion. Although mirrored, which would kind of make sense. Yeah, that is kind of neat. Now I need to look for the right pieces. Hey, there you are. Yeah, this is the anchor piece that's going to be used for, where are you? This little red piece that's got a clip on the end of it is what the heel uses to anchor in when the lion's head is down into the lion pose. Lion pose. Okay, so now we've got that. Flip this around. And that plugs into the center just like that. Now we'll grab this guy here. Put the other, this is the other pivot point for the other leg, and a couple of anchor pins next to it. There's the pin. And then we pop a cover on top of it. And for the legs, like, this is the axle used for the legs. It's just one of these axle pins that's got a single nub on the top of it. You slide it in there. That nub will actually sit in a hole right on this extra piece, and of course it sticks in, and that little bit of friction from that nub is what provides enough friction to keep the leg movable, but, you know, still bendable. And I believe that one goes there. Yep, sticks 2 out. There's that. And voila, here's the other clip for the head. So I don't know if you guys think I'm doing a good enough commentary on this, or if you're finding what I'm saying fucking boring. I'm trying to remain engaged with the camera and the audience, because I just don't want to sit here and put together pieces and not say anything, because that's going to be even more fucking boring. Thinking of you guys. All right, there's that. Where's my long piece? Long piece there. And there's my angled piece that fits up underneath. Then we flip that over, grab our other part that we made, and we mate those two together. Now we've got those mated together, we start anchoring them together. And this becomes the rigid frame for the core. Yeah, it's actually pretty easy now to see. There's the axles for the back legs, and then here's the entire socket where the head assembly fits into. When it rotates, it actually touches those two clips on the inside to lock in place when it rotates. Yeah, you're good, man. Just listening, watching while muxing some outputs on this board. Ah, yeah. That's good. No, I definitely don't need you to just sit here and stare at me. I hope you guys are doing something. I hope the people that are actually watching are doing something interesting while keeping me in the background. It's great to keep working on the projects you've got. I definitely encourage people to work on whatever they love doing. Alrighty, let's start building up this section that becomes part of the head and neck assembly. At least I think that's what this was. Oh no, this is actually the anchor assembly for the back end where the black lion's legs lock into. I mean, we could heckle you the whole time, but Waldorf, boo, you're bad and you should feel bad. Waldorf and Statler are some of the best characters in the Muppets, and they make me laugh. Actually, funny thing, we went to see Kevin Smith, and it was Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman doing Hollywood Babylon down in Tacoma at a comedy club in Tacoma, which I forget the name of. But in the corner, there was kind of a small built-in squared room, which was the bathroom off to the side. But right up on top of it, high up, was a little setting with Waldorf and Statler puppets sitting up there looking down on everybody. And it was awesome just to see that. That club knows what's going on. All right, let's get these anchors in here. And a couple of crossbars. And some blue singles, basic pieces. And right up here on the back end, yes, just like this. It sits up on the back end, and we're going to build up some more connectors on top of it. But there's a nice smooth space in here that the actual black lion's feet go into, and that's kind of neat that it's actually smooth on the inside. So I'll grab a couple of 3x1 blues to anchor that down, so now that piece is actually stuck in there really well. And the rest of the anchors that connect up to the black lion. Yeah, get back here. All right. Gosh, now I want to watch the Muppets. I kind of want to be heckled by Waldorf and Statler right now. This is the medium performance? Medium? It's neither rare nor well done. Ah, gosh, that's funny. Those two characters. Well, now that I think about it, that sounds slightly off. Like the first line is not quite right, but I remember hearing that. Like I've probably seen all of them over the years. I've totally watched the Muppets for years and years and years. That show. Yes, paraphrasing. Yeah, totally. I can't remember exactly what the words are myself either. That's funny because I'm pretty sure I probably heard the line within the last 4 or 5 months. Just occasionally watching through. Like, there's Waldorf and Statler collections on YouTube that are just absolutely hilarious. Ah, get back in there. Get in your home. Okay, where's my 3x2? You're hiding under another piece. That's where you are. Get that slapped right on top there. Oh, I am so stuck on the Muppets right now. Flip, flip, and we'll do that twice. And of course the blue lion has yellow accents. So there's yellow striping. And so far, yeah, I'm guessing the stream quality actually looks pretty good. I don't know if it's really skipping on that end. So far, OBS is telling me I'm not dropping anything, and it's not overloaded. Although I'm definitely cranking out the CPU on this laptop I've got going. But that's okay. If you've got the CPU, use it. Dunch, 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 dunch. Yeah. And did I drop it? Nope, it landed in my crotch. Good spot. Good job, crotch. Good catch. Okay, we got turquoise on the bottom, pink on the top. Some smaller shoulder pieces with a little cap, and then some larger shoulder pieces right on top of that. And a flat piece to round out the shoulder piece. And we'll do that again for the other side. Ooh, haha, there you are. And a flat piece. So now I've got these shoulder portions done, just like on the yellow lion. Squeeze on there. Get in your hole. Flip her over, a couple of 6 pieces right on the back to lock in the back pieces. And interesting. Yeah, there's definitely a different choice in the striping decor on top, and we'll see how that works out with the blue lion. Obviously, it'll match the theme of the blue lion and how the blue lion's set up. And we'll get those pieces anchored in. Okay, I need yellow piece. I need 3 of these nubs. That one of those, and that guy. Here we go. Here we go. And this looks like some of the trim design, yeah, for the yellow lion. Sure enough. Then a couple of these blue pieces right along the edge with side pegs on them. Okay, one of those, 2 of these, and one of those. Well, maybe it is red trim. It's red and yellow trim. Shiny. Okay, so that goes right up on the side there. And now that we've got that there, we'll go with the other red piece. Got a blue one there, a blue single below it, and my blue wedges. There's the other one, there it is. It's got the blue wedges, and there's also a flat blue piece that goes in the back behind the leg. So, ding ding ding, got those done. Now it wants a blue flat there, a little blue one there, a red flat right up here with a little red flat one to complement the trim. And wow, even more trim. And there we go. Oh my gosh, the color's blown out on that one. This camera just loves blue and red, doesn't it? However, it's going to take me 5 minutes just to open the settings window. Thank you, OBS. So I'm not going to do that right now. It's not the world's greatest camera, although it is a 4K camera. For those of you interested, the camera that I have directly above, pointing up here, is the Logitech Brio. It's a 4K webcam, USB 3. And the cam pointing at my face is the one on the laptop, which surprisingly isn't too bad. And I have no idea what the capabilities of that thing are. It's just on its default setting, which is probably 720. Okay, so get these side pieces on, get everything anchored in. Flat blue panel goes in the back underneath the leg. Red panel goes on the trim here. Blue panel goes on the trim here. And then we got the little individual red and blue bits to round out the trim on the side. So you got the red and blue and yellow. That looks good. And then thud. Sorry, kitty cat, didn't mean to wake you up. She will sleep through a lot of things. That weirdo. And then some random stuff will wake her up. Okay, now we've got yellow trim going in. That's right, Blue Lion, get yourself some trim. Oh gosh, like 10 of those pieces, really? Do I have 10 of those pieces? I wonder why this design choice was made versus the way the yellow line did it. Because it's building the same structure. Maybe just style. Have some variation. Hey, I'm back up to 5 viewers. I picked up another viewer. Hi, extra viewer. Welcome. My name is Duo. I do 3D printing electronics projects, and tonight I'm doing Lego. I love Lego. Lego's awesome. And I guess you like Lego too, because you joined and you saw what the subject was. So say hi, introduce yourself. Been doing streaming for a couple hours here, and we're doing the Lego VOLTRON, which is awesome. This is so cool. All right, and then some caps. Put a cap literally on your ass. Oh, and now I'm back down to 5 viewers. Wow, I introduced myself and somebody left. That's awesome. That makes me feel better. In a totally not better way. And, oh yeah, and this is the cap piece that the number 4 for lion number 4 goes on. And we'll get this guy lined up and plopped right on. Lion number 4. Oh. And that gets plopped right on top there. That is a big medallion 4. And then we got a couple of little bits spares. And that is it for bag 4, the first bag. Now we're on to bag 5. Oh, of course, this will be the head/foot. Oh, come on. Get out of your bag. And all these pieces are very, very similar to the other lions. No shock there. Okay. Boom. Yep, the build is the same. So we'll go with that. Go there, a couple of the little angled, little right angle 3 pieces. Just the same as before. Second verse, same as the first. A little bit louder and a little bit worse. Drinking while streaming is probably a great idea. Certainly makes me feel better. Okay. And yeah, this is the core of the head. And now the song that's running through my head is Queen, Don't Lose Your Head from the Highlander soundtrack. If anybody wants to, go ahead and look that one up on YouTube. You can sing along with me. Don't lose your head. Don't lose your head. Does anybody out there even know of Highlander? I know my wife does because I showed that one to her. Let's see, that goes on there. I showed her the TV series, and I think she might have seen the movie as well, but wow. The Highlander TV series is on Amazon Prime, and it's a whole lot worse than I remember. Yeah, that TV series with Adrian Paul, just like the first couple of episodes, is just a whole bunch of, wow, this is bad. This is like, the whole damn thing just looks like a romance novel turned into a TV series. Like, I don't remember it being like this. Was I too busy, like, watching all the sword fights to notice that the girls that were watching for other reasons? Yeah. You know how dense teenagers are. Greetings, Highlander. It's a very interesting role for Sean Connery in the Highlander movie. A Scot. Is he Scottish? Yeah, a Scot playing a Spaniard with his heavy ass accent. Oh my gosh. The things we let filmmakers get away with. You're the man now, MacLeod. There can be only one. And then there's the choice of, you know, for the movies of Christopher Lambert as the Highlander with his accent. He has just the oddest accent. And the funny thing about it is he reminds me of my younger brother. One of my younger brothers. Although that brother is not ambitious enough to actually be an actor. So we'll see where he goes with his life. Oh wait, he started having kids and he's 18. 19? Yeah. Bad choices. Don't get married and have kids. Do that later. This has become the old man advice hour with Duo. I'm so old. So old I'm farting dust. Still getting the core section here. That's the anchor for the shoulders. And these little posts that stick out here are the ones that clip in inside the shoulders to hold the head up. And I believe, yeah, this is the clip that goes to hold the heel, that locks the heel in place. And it is mirrored from the Yellow Lion's design, like everything else in there is mirrored. And then you see Lambert as Raiden. Oh my gosh, yes, as Raiden in Mortal Kombat. Wow, that was so weird. That's like one of those castings where you're like, what? Like, okay, but like, what? It's so weird. It's so weird. What? Hi there, wifey. And we're just building up this stack that eventually becomes the heel with all the whole pieces that it's got and the pegs that go in them. It's awfully warm in here. I think I'm gonna actually step aside for just a moment and open a door, open a window. Get some airflow. That is indeed a whole lot better. Yeah, and it's weird too, because Christopher Lambert actually did cameos at the very beginning of the Highlander TV series, which is just like, okay, he's definitely it. And then both Connor and Duncan were fighting back and forth, doing their own little sword play, having fun, because they're cousins of the same clan, Clan McLeod. All right, now we get some of these long pieces in that solidify the structure of the heel. Oh yeah, mic above head. Ha ha ha. Yep, there's that. Thank you. This mic works great when I remember to actually put it on my lapel or shirt where it should be. Thanks, Mike. Okay, so and where's that piece? Right there. There's that piece. There's that. Okay, so we've got that in, and now I need to anchor those off. Put a couple of caps on top, make them all nice and smooth and pretty. And on the back there. And unfortunately, I can't actually have any music playing in the background because the algorithms, the audio algorithms in Twitch will catch that and end up muting my VODs on playback. And yeah, not that I'm making any money off of this. I'm not affiliated. Okay, So I've got to play music in my head. Only downside to that is you guys can't share in on the wonderful stuff that goes on in my head. Although that might be for the best. Okay, so we've got the core of the shoulder head rotation, shoulder head heel. Love my Yeti. Glad I was convinced by Angel to get one. What's the Yeti? Is the Yeti a lav mic, or is a Yeti like a big old fluffy freaking monster mic? Broadcaster mic. Cool. Yeah, one of the guys that I moderate for Japman and the 3D printing stream, he did 3D printing tonight. He actually used to do. He had a very large, fuzzy, super fuzzy omnidirectional boom, like mic on a boom, and on the fuzz he put a couple of the little googly sticky eyes, which that was really funny. It became a character of its own. The only reason I actually picked up this lav mic that I've got was for doing participating in a multi-user stream simultaneous 3D printer build last year, and I just kind of picked one that looked okay on Amazon, and it turns out this one that I bought, even though it was really cheap, turns out to be a decent mic. All right, now we're starting to get into the headpiece. Blue Lion's head. I'm definitely whittling through these pieces pretty quick here. As you can see, there's the jawline and the nose starting to form for the Blue Lion. Okay, now that's in place. Get the upper fangs in. Start building up the muzzle. Reinforcements, add-ons. Let's see. That looks good. Ooh, the silver nose piece. These silver nose pieces are really cool. Rawr. Now that's a piece I have not seen before. This piece here, it is 3 wide, and it's got 2 nubs on top in the offsets. I don't remember ever seeing one quite like this. Although it's simple enough, it may be a pretty common piece. A pretty easy piece for them. However, it's used on the lion's head as the blue lion's yellow eyes. Which are then capped off like so. Haw. Rawr. Okay, now I got to build up the rest of the back of the head. And it turns out there is another one of those same pieces like the yellow piece, except this one's gray. So now I've actually seen two of them. Huh. Alrighty then. And this is part of the head. The blue lion has that rounded head shape. Although I don't have the cheeks and the ears in yet, the top of the head is more rounded, whereas the yellow lion's is squared off. Oh, yeah. And the black portion on top. So let's see, we can get this mounted now. And now we've got the actual head, neck, and heel piece. And we'll finish up putting all the trim pieces on that. Okay, gray. There's a yellow. And these are the how does that work out there? Just like that. So yeah, there's one of the cheek portions. With both red and yellow trim. And we'll go ahead and repeat the same thing for the opposite side, mirrored. Oh yeah, and I missed a blue piece on the other side. Or no, I got the blue piece on the other side. I missed the blue piece on this side. The blue trim there. So yeah, that looks good. And now we're down to the heel piece that there's a little rubber stopper that ends up, it's a wheel that ends up sitting in the middle. And get that popped right in on the underside. And there's also a chin piece. It's a flat chin plate. So the weight of it sits on the chin plate and not on the actual mouth of the lion. And surprisingly enough, that looks like it's it for the headpiece. Get that slid inside. I didn't see a black bar in this bag because they actually, it looks like they included the black bar in the next bag. So there's the head mounted in. I'll get these spare pieces out. And on to bag 6, which has the leg pieces and looks like some finishing trim as well. And the first piece on bag 6 is, of course, that shoulder arm. And let's align you and get the bar shoved right through. So now I have posts for all 4 legs. Get all these pieces spread out. And it wants me to put in the post for the tail, which is just a ball post. And then 3 yellow bar covers to go on the tail pieces, which are here, here, and here. 2 dark ones and a light one. And this is the tail with the yellow stripe. All right, now that the tail's on, I'll get some of these pieces separated out. And these legs are built up, looks like exactly the same. Yeah. The legs are exactly the same on the blue lion as they are on the yellow, which is easy enough. Get that on there and follow it up with a silver decaled cap, and that is the left rear leg. Slides right onto the post. That's pretty cool. And then it usually moves on to the same side front leg. And that looks like we got, yep, same side front leg with these friction ball joints. These are friction balls. And I'm just gonna put the orange tool through it right now, just to kind of give it a twist, loosen it up just a little bit, get it worked in, so that when I do put it in, it won't be so bad. And I just realized what I just said could be taken out of context. In a very interesting manner. Was not intended that way. Just a bit. Yeah. Just a bit outside. And these legs go together pretty darn quick. PDQ. Okay, nope, keep the bar nice and even. There you go, and that one moves really nicely. So now we've got the left side legs done. We'll go ahead and get the right side legs done. And this will be the rear leg. There should be a category on Twitch very specifically for drunken Lego. Not that I'm drunk yet, but I am a little happy. How well can you build Lego while intoxicated? Oh, that has potential. Well, I guess it kind of follows Hannah Harto's My Drunk Kitchen. I used to watch that one, and then she got big and blew up, and there was less of that series and more of her other stuff, and I kind of missed the older stuff. Right in front of me. Pay attention. And the other ball joint for the front right leg. I'll get that one worked in just a little bit. Get that dropped into place. Yeah, I think Drunken Lego would be kind of a neat concept, but I'm really sure that Lego would not sponsor it. Because Lego, throughout their history, has been very much kid gloves, soft, focused on kids, really. Even their castle play set was, at least according to one of those Netflix series about toys, it was really soft colors or yellows, and you know, they didn't want it to look like medieval wars and weapons, and well, I guess eventually it made it that way anyways. Lego didn't want to be war toys. There were already enough war toys. G.I. Joe, all the other types of war figurines and such. And these forelegs are identical to the forelegs previously done, so they are pretty darn easy. Tell that to my librarian minifig with a book and a bottle of wine. Yeah, they have stretched out a bit with some bottles, but I doubt that they specified their bottles of wine. We have one of the Monster Hunter sets that's a spooky house that opens up, and I know it has some bottles. I believe the Parisian Cafe set we have has some bottles in it. But they're water bottles being served to the customers, glasses of water. The hidden speakeasy in one of the sets is like they're smuggling cookies and pastries. Wow. I just caught myself making a big mistake, probably because I was talking about it while I was doing it. I missed a couple pieces. I was like, hey, why do I have extra pieces? Although, strangely enough, you know, even though it's not really supposed to be like an alcohol thing in the product, in like some of the monster sets, there are, I think one of them has like a head in a jar, which is just a clear colored like head/lamp piece with a brain or a head painted on it. Hey, body parts in jars are a whole lot more acceptable than, you know, bottle of wine. So yeah, hey, there's the blue lion. All the legs are done. Get that in camera frame there. And the head rotates up and snaps into place. And then you've got the legs that rotate in. Let's go back. I forget. Those go straight up on this one. now you have the right leg for Voltron, lion number 4. And these things are, I mean, they're huge to me. I'm holding them, they're kind of big. Pretty darn neat. So, I still have an awful lot more beer to drink, and there are bags staring at me. So I am going to go right ahead and dive into the Black Lion. And the Black Lion book is actually thicker, so it's probably going to take as much time as the legs took. And what do I need? I need 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. All right, so I'll get those bags queued up, and we'll just dive right in. To bag 7. And the small pieces right there off to the side. Takes a while to down a 22-ounce 22nd anniversary beer. That's good. Lasts the whole damn night. So yeah, here we've got 5 bags, starting in sections for all the different stuff. And this is, I mean, the Black Lion is a pretty large piece. Okay, diving right in. Long gray, long black, and then little short 3 grays, one on either side. A little short 3 black on either side of this one. And then that whole conglomerate fits right over top. For those of you that would like to follow along, the song currently playing in my head is Blues Traveler Runaround. I have no idea what prompted that one. Probably because I heard it recently. For those of you playing the home game, please tune your Spotify to Blues Traveler. Thank you. You may press play at the beep. Beep. Alcohol. Why do you make me so much funnier to myself? Come on, fit right in there, and tall 3, tall 3. Down to 3 viewers now. This is a pretty solid block for the center portion. It's pretty robust. I guess it's got to be if it's going to be the core of a giant set. Okay. Oh, interesting. I have not seen these pieces before either. I can hold that up to the camera. They're angled pieces. I've seen some of the angled step, but I haven't seen them with a flat top. I've seen them continue with the angle upward. So there's a new piece I haven't seen. Although it's not like an out there piece. It's not like some super fancy custom shape. It's just like some of the other standard angled pieces or step up pieces. They just have a slightly better step or slightly tighter step on them. Excuse me. Gosh. Carbonation. Looks like I'm getting chest, kind of like a chest put together. All right. Get in there. Yeah, that red, black, and gold styling on the black lion chest areas, it's really neat. Okay, flip you upside down. Upside down. Round and round. Singing to myself. All right, 3 of these red pieces. All right, this bag 7 is going pretty quick. 2 of those, 2 of those. Okay, let's get a couple of these going, just like that. Put a cap on it, and that one fits very loosely right there. But it gets reinforced immediately afterwards, so that's good. Gosh, this is a solid piece. It's building up a really nice solid block. Okay, so we got that there, got that there. Two of those guys, and a gray 6 right across. Very solid core in that chest piece. It's actually like the cross, or the crotch, where the legs, the leg portions attach here, and the rest of the chest will be filled in here. Hey, 4 viewers. I gained another viewer. Who showed up? Who joined my stream of Lego, building the Lego Voltron? Speak up, say hi, introduce yourself. I'm Duo. This is my stream. I do 3D printing and electronics and Lego and all sorts of other things as well. So if you're joining, say hi. I am somewhat entertaining, somewhat friendly. Of course, I don't have my stream set up very well, so I can't see who's popping in. I'm not a genius streamer. Okay, looks like now we're down to a bunch of white pieces here. Get those on. Oop. And do that 2 times. Isn't there a song like that? Love me 2 times, baby. And those squeeze on either side. Oh, that's looking pretty cool. So the beginning of the torso section. And a couple of spare little bits. Those go off to the side. And now we're on to bag 8. What better way to spend? Ooh, hey, there's a packet of all gold pieces. Neato. Oh. So in the packet of gold pieces, there are a lot of these will be used as like accents, I believe. But it's funny because there's a gold cross piece which is used in the center of the chest piece. There are 2 gold wrenches, a gold screwdriver, a gold electric drill, a gold hammer, a gold socket wrench, and a gold oil can. Like, really? Does like it come with its own machine shop? I guess we'll find out here shortly. Ooh. All right, so get some of these smaller parts bags open. And I'll totally try to split open this gold bag. Ugh, just made with a really tough plastic. Okay. And then there's like the gold star that goes on like the belt buckle section. Looks like they included a spare as well. So now we can start moving along here. We've got blue cover piece and some white wings that will go right on the front. And I've got cat hair all over me. That's what I get for playing with the cats. Okay, now I've got that section cleaned up. There's another section to start building. Ooh, and these are kind of interesting looking parts. They are a two nub tall block with a special kind of like anchor piece on the end. I haven't seen this combination before yet. Get a couple of those, and they have little black single nubs on the bottom of them. Little black single nub on the bottom. And then we got a blue, a turquoise, and a red. Two reds. So on the left side goes a blue. On the right side goes a red, turquoise, red. These turquoise pieces that are in the kit, every place they've been used so far, they've been covered. They'll use colors like odd colors for things that will get totally buried. There's these little purple single bits. Those get completely buried. All the turquoise stuff, one of the others, actually earlier in this one, there were a couple of pink, large pink pieces, and they're buried in the center. So, oops, and now I screwed that one up, so I gotta use the part puller to pop that off, which works so well. And that goes on the right side. So now that's on the right side. We'll get two of these little 3 90-degree bends, and those go right up on the sides, and get 2 more of those funky brackets right on top of them. And then we've got some regular 2x1s right on top of that. A couple of red 90s and a couple of blue 90s. Red 90, blue 90, hike, hike. And a special black piece that's got front nubs on it. And 2 of these Black pieces, there's the other one. Wee. Gosh, I hope they reinforce that. That pops off real easy. And then 4 of these yellow. And these yellow pieces will be buried as well. Looks like they're going to use them as sockets for something, for another piece. All right, and moving on, turn the page, step 38. There's the reinforcement. Get that stuff on. And a long, skinny piece. And a gray piece over the center. Next step will go blue piece in the center, flanked by a couple of yellow. And then some yellow dots just above the yellows as spacers for the top level anchors, connector pieces. And then a couple of flat black plates, little ones. Get those in place. Okay. Gosh, that still needs some reinforcement on the back. And I think it'll get it with a black plate that I've got sitting there. All right. You can go in there. And you can go there. And now turquoise inside, turquoise inside. It's going to be a flat white plate right in the center. And a couple of red hooks sitting right there, and the red hooks will likely be used as anchors for something else later on, because they've got these nice flat black plates right in front of them, and the flat plates will guide whatever's coming in directly and nice and easy into those red hooks to anchor some kind of transformation piece likely. Okay, so we got the gray and ooh, we got these red pieces, these red posts. I haven't seen those in a little while, I don't think. And 2 more of these yellow pieces right in the center. Okay, now we're going to cap that off with the blue, leaving like an empty white section in the center, but okay. And a couple of more single black spacers on the side to raise that up. And then the tall, skinny black pillars, they're like double high black pillars. One on either side. Okay. And some of these odd, they're little 2x2, but they only have 2 nubs on them. And those are actually going to go into these yellow slots. And looks like they're going to provide a bottom plate section. Ooh, those fit in there really tightly. Really nice. And a couple of reds to cap the stuff off on top. And yet again, 2 more of these end anchor pieces. Okay, I'm again back to with a blue on one side and then a little red turquoise red stack on the other side. Not sure why they're doing this specifically. Might see later. And more of that. And some tall black 3. White plate in the center. That looks good. 2 more yellow right up on top, and I'm guessing we're going to put another one of these little 2-post 2x2, oops, flip those around. Another one of these 2-post 2x2 plates right up on top in that as well. Eventually, maybe. Nope, actually a turquoise goes in it. Okay. And that'll get hidden. And now that we've got most of that going, looks like we're actually gonna, there's 3 brackets on each side for the front piece, and there's gonna be 2 on that side, and it's looks like we're gonna put those on now. That's interesting. Okay, we'll put those on there. They're only on 1 nub. And then we're going to start filling in the top of that with some black 90-degree bends. So I guess that's strong enough. And then a pierced black plate there is going to go right across the center. And a pierced round plate right on top. Plate. Plate. Wait. Sound like one of those crossing guard automated voice. Wait. Don't cross yet. Yeah, it's definitely the upper torso piece. So now we've got that. And I really want this plate right on the front instead of anchoring the other stuff. Okay, we can do that. And then this is actually the chest and back piece assembly. Drops right on there, and there's a white plate that is used to anchor the back of it. The spine that holds the chest and the lower abdomen sections together. So there's the anchor pieces for that. Now we have a solid full torso section. Still got 4 viewers. Hello, 4 viewers. Hey, a Biggie. Hey, a Angel. All right, blue plate right up front. And cap that off with a flat little white plate and a couple of yellow pieces right off to the side. You're there. Hey, good. Hi. How's your night going? What are you working on tonight? And Biggie said he was doing something, I think, with audio, and where's that piece? Maybe I should pay attention. Okay, on the back's got a lot of cleanup detail to kind of integrate all the hidden back pieces. And actually these are like the red hooks that I was talking about earlier look like they are actually going to be the red hooks and everything that anchors the red wings that the black lion has. Black plate, and those are going right in there. That's done, and now we have 2 more black plates, and those will go on the front, actually, along with a couple of these little guys. There's the other one. So they go here with a black plate next to it, here with a black plate next to it, and then gray 3x2, gray 3x2. That's all for that step. And now these purple dots will get pegged right here. Putting new paint in the little plastic pans. All done now. I have to wait 3 days for it to fully dry though, then I can use them. Okay. Waiting for paint to dry? And then you can use it? Oh, is that like when you set up those, like when you set up watercolor in the little tins and then you just wet your brush and dab it right on the dry paint and it picks up a little bit? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yep, cool. Hey, I'm sober enough to actually still get stuff. You know what that means. Time for more drinking. I can't smell. I've been in it long enough. I can't even pay it. I can't even hear. I can't even smell. We have some wonderful neighbors in our apartment complex that moved in recently that love to smoke a lot directly under our windows, which is a huge pain in the ass because the apartment complex is like, oh, they're allowed to smoke. And oh yeah, I am smelling it now. Woof. It's like, yeah, cool, you want to smoke, that's totally your decision, but like, do it away from my windows. I want to wake up in the middle of the night, like I have several times recently, when there's pot smoke flying, you know, into the bedroom. You wake up sort of high. Not that I mind getting high, but you know, I want to do it when I want to do it. Not when somebody else decides, hey, I'm going to do it in the middle of the night right underneath your window. Okay, so looks like we're starting the center section where like all the crest and everything that the black lion has. All right, so that goes right in there, and that's pretty cool. This little golden crown in the center section, and it's just the side of a golden grate piece, little 2x1 grate. And it is midnight. It is midnight on Sunday morning, which is nice because I don't have to worry about staying up. Oh, wow. Yeah, those pieces are already there. And where do... Okay, those little black tabs go right up on top. This is a pretty robust center section. I mean, it weighs, like it is a solid piece of ABS plastic. It's got some significant weight to it. As solid as this build is, it actually reminds me of the Saturn V rocket build. The Saturn V, you would think it would be, I mean, a big hollow tube, and it's actually got a lot of detail on the inside as well as a lot of reinforcement material on the inside. It is pretty robust. There was a project submitted on Lego Ideas. You got link? Yeah, go ahead. Throw up links if you want. That's fine. I am so unpopular, nobody's going to even bother coming in to spam me. Or not so unpopular, so unknown, nobody's going to bother coming in to spam me. Instagram link. What do we got here? Come on, OBS. Let my browser have some CPU. I probably should have just looked at this on my phone. Ah. I'll put in the pans now, waiting for them to dry. That's going to take a few days for those to dry. I have to wait 3 days for it to fully dry. 3 days, damn. Quinacridone, burnt orange, undersea green, carbazole violet, phthalo yellow green. Phthalo yellow green is an interesting color. A very similar color to that is used to paint the interior metal structure on aircraft as kind of a surface coating, rust preventative. So some aircraft, if you end up seeing pieces of the inside, you'll see them like either yellow or green, and it's actually a very special protective paint. Prevents aluminum from rusting. But it is that color. It's like that phthalo yellow green color. All right, so side piece, yeah, I got those in. Interestingly enough, too, with that phthalo green, like it has another name in the aircraft paint. I forget what the name was. Oh, it's zinc chromate, and it's got kind of a yellow or greenish hue depending on who made it, what it was made for, and it's great for protecting parts. The downside is zinc chromate is a pretty good carcinogen. So when people are doing aircraft restorations that have some of the interior painted like that, and they have to strip paint, that's something you gotta actually clean up, handle as a toxic material. All right, so we got a red across the bottom. We got a little gray piece right above it. There is a white plate right above that. And then we got little mini reds, little single dot reds. One more. I painted this on yesterday's stream and I was testing neon and metallic paints. Let's see. Come on, Instagram. Woo. Piece 103 for the year. Yeah, the camera doesn't capture the metallic as much unless you're just using it on like the sea foam on the wave. But yeah, cameras and metallics aren't the best things. And they're watercolors. It's a metallic watercolor. That's pretty cool. All right, so let me get going. There's a green here in the corner with a flat red next to it. This is building up the crest on the chest. No, the wave was white out. White out. Dude, that's not cheating. White out is still paint. It just happens to be a particular kind of paint. It even comes with its own convenient little brush. Okay, that looks like that page is done. And the crest. I am confused. So, this little baggie of golden parts, these are all like mechanic parts. It's probably not super easy to see on camera, but the cross that's going in, it's actually a tire wrench. Looks like a tire wrench piece, and these are all like just standard shop tools, and I'm guessing that they just couldn't separate this. They make these as a set. It has a picture of the entire set, but in the actual part placement, there's only just the cross that's used. We'll flip that around so that the plastic nubs from the plastic injection nubs are hidden on the back. So now we've got this going here. Actually, let me flip back to OBS because I can't see crap in the live play. So there's the start of the crest. I didn't think of it that way. Haha, it needs more Deadpool swords. Okay, so, and then these two of these angled pieces here, which are, oh, those actually fully sit down in place. That's nice. And a silver in the center. Okay, now we've got 3 silver pieces that are 2 in length, 2 silver pieces that are 3 in length, and then 2 90-degree silver pieces. Those 2 90-degree silvers will go on top. The actual crest is silver. That is pretty cool, and I hope the camera can catch it. The crest is silver there, the outline of it, the frame. So cool. Clever use of the mechanics tools, yes. And there have been some other kits that have had sets like that where it was like a mini set intended for something and they used a couple pieces of it for something else. So yeah, now it looks like I've actually got the crest on the chest done, and it is shiny. Ooh, shiny. This is like a heavy solid piece too. Okay, now there's some detail stuff. Oh yeah, the belt buckle. So we got a couple of silver pieces on the sides, a nub, and a gold star right in the center, because this guy's crotch gets a gold star. That is funny. And all the rest of the pieces are spares. There's a spare star as well as the rest of the tools in the mechanic set. The VOLTRON set, as far as I know, does not have any minifigs. It's not scaled for minifigs. Even honestly, the micro figs would be too big for the build. I'm not 100% sure there aren't, but I haven't seen any in any of the pictures. So we'll set these spare pieces aside and all the cool tools. The golden wrench, the man with the golden wrench. And now we open bag 9. Bag 9 looks like it's the shoulders and the front legs for the Black Lion, and actually that stuff ends up going in this direction. So finishing off those shoulders, and the legs for the Black Lion actually are, the legs and shoulders are full-on units that rotate themselves alongside the torso to match up with everything. So it's going to have me build a left and right, essentially shoulder and leg. And yeah, I'm definitely going to end the stream after I finish the Black Lion. This has been going on for a little over 3 hours, and the rest of the lions are just going to take me forever. I'll likely spend a portion of tomorrow actually continuing to stream for the rest of the lions. Ooh, so we got some neat gear pieces that I haven't seen before. They are gears with 2 little sockets on the top of them, along with some matching smooth pieces that have sockets on the top of them. That's kind of neat. We'll see where they go with that. All right, we're starting off with flat and 3 of these angled pieces. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ha ha ha. And we want the double anchor arms. It says don't use the single anchor arms because there are some single anchor arms. Those are for another portion. We want to use these doubles. So now we'll throw a double right in the middle of it, along with these red anchor hook pieces. Cap that off with the gray. Okay, on this side there's a gray short, and then there are a couple of tall bracket pieces on that side. And now we're going to go for a geared ball. I've got a couple of regular smooth balls, and looks like there's some geared balls as well. There's a gear. And that pops onto the end of an axle piece. And yeah, there's the axle piece. Okay, so there's the axle piece, and a ball goes right on the end of that as well. And that looks like it's going to be a shoulder mechanism. Now we need one of these special pieces and the single bracket arm. Excuse me, almost sneezed on camera. so we've got those in place. Oh, interesting. That's going to go right on top. And I believe that's going to provide a strong anchored actual a gear portion. So like this entire section has a solid gear attached to it. And of course I missed a piece, didn't I? Yes, I did. That's okay, this opens up. There we go. That one right there. Yeah, we can close that back up. A couple more red hooks. Get those embedded right in there and probably, let's see, okay. That is a 3. Yeah, they are. There's 3 there.
How long will you
A
be?
little while. It is getting pretty darn late, but I'll finish this bag off. And there is yet another one of the stranger pieces. Little double barrel at the bottom with a connector on top. And we'll get that anchored with a, whew. Boy, that piece was strong. And then we take that piece and plop it right on top. Throw a couple of blue posts in and another red hook right on the end. A couple of brown posts. These are the kind of posts that don't have a nub on the end, they just have a flat portion on the end. So they'll just rotate inside whatever you put them in. And those will fit into actually one of the gears. And that is how the gear mechanism goes together. And sure enough, it's used as a friction gear against the smaller one so that the entire arm can rotate. Oh, that'll be anchored down later on. So that's a little bit more robust. Okay. So it looks like we're going to do another one of these combos here. And I'm just being a little bit quieter because my wife has just gone to bed. Get that anchor piece pushed right in. Yeah, there's the anchor. Oh wow, that is really strong. Really cool design idea, whoever came up with that one. And of course we're going to throw on another matching red clip. You can see these series of red clips that are going through. They'll actually socket onto the anchor posts that are here on the side of the torso. Just like that. Later on, at least. Let's see if we can get this leg done. And then call it a night. So that's done. I need a flat gray next to it. And I still have 4 viewers. 4 people have managed to stick around long enough and lurk. That's pretty cool. Thank you for those people that did hang out. Okay, we'll get that step done. Already on step like 86. It's amazing. There's so many steps in these. Get that covered on, and there's these cover plates for the shoulders. That's cool looking. Okay, flat gray on black, covering the side. All right, that's cool. Built up those, cover that with a gray panel. All right, so now we're going to build a separate assembly. That's the wrong angle. That's the right angle. Cover that with a 3. And a little 3 there. And these are like the reinforced shoulder pieces. Those look pretty cool. And that will go on this side of the assembly as reinforcement and decoration. So that portion of the shoulder is pretty strong. And then we need a ball pin. Actually, we need 2 of them. And that little double-barreled piece. So we get 2 balls sticking out of that one, and a red flat panel. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I know the jokes I'm making. Now that we've got that in, we have another secondary assembly. Oh, yeah, it is getting late, getting tired, and boy, I gotta still finish this beer. So good. Flip it over and put this angle bracket piece on, and that angle bracket piece goes right on the bottom of the two balls, and flip it up. So that's like, there's the shoulder piece and there's the first section of the leg. And we finally get the lower section of the leg with the claw. And this is a stronger claw than the claw for the other two lions. And get that on there. And now that that's set up, we get to attach it to the side of VOLTRON. And I totally put the foot on the wrong direction. Flip that over. There we go. It's facing upward. And with the rest of the parts, we'll get through the other front leg that goes along the side, and that'll be it for the night. Okay. Oh. They're color-coded arms. That's why they did that other portion. Good to know. Okay, let's dive right in and make essentially the same thing all over again. And now we've got blue hooks on this side. And just mirror image build on this one. So that's cool. So now we got to get the other gear and ball assembly. Pop those on. Bend that right up. And then again back to this piece and this piece and the anchor between them. And that goes right up on top here. And that provides the friction for the arm movement. And then we'll go ahead and put on some more blue clips. These will anchor this arm to the body on the black lion. 2 of those. And the angled piece here for the trim. Okay, red 3 across and black 3 panel on the side. And then a secondary assembly with another one of those double-barreled. So that's done. And that goes on to this Z piece. Z piece, it is Z piece de resistance. 3 hours, 37 minutes. Still going. Did OBS crash? Yes, no? Hey, Biggie, Angel, you guys still there? Can you chat? Ah, that's cool. Okay, I can see the chat. It looks like OBS itself, though, is like freaking out. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so that's on there, and I can get this tapped on to the rest of the assembly. Another blue hook. Couple of blue pegs. And then that entire funky arm. So there's that. And the other part goes right inside. And we take this and drop it right on top of the blue posts. And now the gears mate up and the whole thing rotates with substantial friction. Pretty darn cool. Okay, another one of those 3 pieces with the red peg. And that goes right smack on top of there. To give that, that rotational joint some additional support on top. Throw the other blue hook in on that side along with a flat plate. Some of the design choices in this thing were just like, oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's really smart. What did I think of that? Got those. Got the white 90-degree pieces, and then the gray right on top to kind of seal that in and cover it with that nice black shoulder plate. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Boom. Wow. Some black piece like blended right into the table. Nope, nope, missed a piece. A little black one goes on first. Who's on second? I don't know who's on third. Third base. One of you guys has to get that reference. Okay, so now we got this sub-assembly. Just as I thought, nobody's listening. Don't apologize. You're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. It was a Who's on First joke reference. This little black piece goes on first. What goes on second? I don't know, is on third. And I don't give a darn. What? I said, I don't give a darn. Oh, that's our shortstop. Okay, so now we got a blue plate. Actually, they color-coded the connecting pieces for the arms, like all the connecting anchor pieces and the plate on the left arm versus the right arm are red versus blue. So it's actually pretty easy to understand or remember which side goes on which when you pull it apart and mess with it. There's likely some tweaking, like the way you bend things around when you tweak the shoulders on the black line to accommodate the rest of everything. And it looks like we're down to the feet. Get the leg pieces going. Oh, almost done for the night. I will start up bright and early in the morning, grab a cup of coffee, and freaking bash out the rest of this. Flip. Gray piece over there. And those balls go right there. Now the actual foot with the claw piece, top portion, the connectors, and the top of the foot. Oh, look at that. So now we've already got the right front leg on, and now we've got the left front leg. In fact, if I could pop this right off, you can actually see the right leg versus the left leg, red versus blue, which, by the way, was also a good show. Red versus blue. And now both of those attach. It's very likely, actually, yeah, see, this is the lion mode. The black line, when he transforms, does actually involve a small amount of reconfiguration. No, maybe that doesn't go that way. It looks like that when you do the black line transformation from the lion, you actually pop the front arms off and you flip them over, plug them back in, and then you get those nice big red front chest pieces. So there is like a section that you do a reconfiguration on, which isn't significant. I mean, you're not like really pulling a lot apart to change pieces. So yeah, there's actually the torso for that. Unfortunately, this bag that I just finished didn't include the hips, and then the rear legs for the black lion will be in one of the next couple of bags, and those will be what plug into the actual yellow and blue lion legs. So that's cool. That's it for tonight. Totally. I will definitely start up with this in the morning whenever I feel like waking up, because it's a Sunday. Oh, that was pretty cool though. Really enjoying this build. Well, thanks Thanks, Biggie. Thanks, Angel, for hanging out, and everybody else that was hanging out earlier. Although it looks like they're all gone now. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for tonight, and I'll see you another time. Thanks.